Hey guys, Smitty here with Smitty's Tavern. Come on in, we got some stuff to talk about. Alright, welcome back to the channel. If you're the first 10 subscribers, I want to thank you guys very much. If you like what you see today, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share these videos. I appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about what happened after the Republican National Convention that ended this past Thursday night. And I thought it was a really inspiring national convention. But what I want to talk about is what happened afterwards. At least 3 high-profile people have come out and said that they were pretty much attacked and harassed by, I'm not going to call them protesters, but activists, after they left the White House and were trying to get to their hotels. And one of the people that has come out is Georgia lawmaker Vernon Jones. And Vernon Jones is actually a black male Democrat who has come out in support of President Trump. And man, he has taken a beating, so much so that a while back he actually sent in his resignation, but then retracted it after a couple of days because he said he wasn't going to be run out of town. And I can respect that. But he left the White House after the National Convention and was harassed, called vulgar names. His wife was harassed, called vulgar names, the whole 9 yards. And again, for that group of people to want to proclaim to be tolerant, well, that's a lie, because they're not. The second person that has come out about the harassment situation is Dan Bongino. Now, Dan and his wife left the convention, and he says as soon as they came out of the White House gate, there's a gate that comes out, it started, and more and more people started coming. And he said it was I've seen the video. You can go to Dan Bongino, do a search on YouTube. You can just do a Google search and it's going to come up. But he posted a video of them that they actually took while they were trying to get to their hotel, and calling them every name in the book, calling his wife all kinds of very crude names and remarks toward his wife. You know, and it's one thing, I have to commend Dan on keeping his composure, because, you know, you can call me all the names that you want, but when you start calling my wife names, especially the names that they were calling her, it would be difficult for me to keep my composure at that point. But he did, and I commend him for that. And this is a quote from FoxNews.com. They interviewed him about it. He said, "The minute you walked out, they were all waiting. They were all waiting right there. Alleged protesters. 2 or 3 more blocks they had to walk, being called racist, and estimated receiving 50 to 60 middle fingers with expletives to go along with that." And he goes on to talk about how these were not protesters, that they were organized, paid antagonists. Vernon Jones said something very similar to that. And, you know, I thought that, you know, there might be something to that. This whole time that I've been seeing these folks, you know, Portland, week after week turns into month after month. And I'm thinking to myself, what do these people do for a living? You know, what is their job? Do these people not have jobs? And I've come to the conclusion, and I think a lot of others have too, this is their job. They are getting paid to do this city after city after city. And Dan Bongino even said that the next morning when they're leaving the hotel, some of the very people who are harassing him and his wife also stayed at that hotel, were also coming out of their rooms into the lobby. Now, I'm pretty sure that Dan Bongino didn't stay at a Motel 6. I'm pretty sure that it was probably a pretty nice hotel. Where are these people getting this money? Well, it's probably from whoever's paying them. And I think people should start following the money. I thought that was very interesting. But the one that took the cake for me was Senator Rand Paul and his wife and some guests were leaving, and they started getting harassed. And the antagonists got within a couple of feet of him and his wife and guests at one point. And the ironic thing about that is this. They kept telling Senator Rand Paul, after calling him a lot of things, insulting his wife and his guests, they kept telling them to say her name. Say her name. And they were referring to Breonna Taylor. Here's what's ironic about that situation. And this shows the ignorance of some of these folks. And it kind of reinforces the point that they don't really care about the facts. They're just paid to protest. They're paid to antagonize. They don't care about the facts. They haven't done any research. They don't know anything about this. Senator Rand Paul is being told to say her name, referring to Breonna Taylor. The ironic thing about that is Senator Rand Paul wrote the Justice for Breonna Taylor Act. Rand Paul has spoken to the Taylor family about this Breonna Taylor Act. And basically the Breonna Taylor Act would abolish no-knock warrants, which is how she was killed. If you don't know about the story, just do a search for Breonna Taylor. And you'll quickly find out she was killed during a no-knock warrant. So Senator Rand Paul has not only said her name, but has spoken with her family, has put forth an act for Breonna Taylor called Justice for Breonna Taylor Act. And yet these people are harassing the very person that is standing up for her in our government. I just thought that was very ironic. And it shows the ignorance of these people. They do not have the best interest of who they say they are out there fighting for. And I think this kind of thing has to stop. It puts everybody in a dangerous situation. When you've got the stuff going on in Portland and Seattle, and everybody is on the edge right now. This is not helping the situation. One more thing I want to point out that I thought was pretty crazy was that after the convention was over, to reinforce the fact that these people are getting paid, it's reported that the demonstrators outside the White House had 3 stages, bands, 5 DJs, trying to drown out President Trump's speech. They're also planning a yoga session Again, 3 stages, 5 DJs, bands. Somebody's got to be paying for that. I would surely hope it's not another political party. But I think somebody needs to follow the money. There's always a money trail. Follow the money and see where it goes. Whoever that is should be held responsible for all the damage, all the looting, all the violence that has been created during this time. This kind of stuff is not what is going to help this country. It does not benefit this country. It does not benefit anyone. And anyone that tells you anything different is lying to you. While I think this country has a long way to go in regards to a lot of issues, on America's worst day, this is still the greatest country on the planet, period. And that's why I created this channel. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Maybe it's been a little bit enlightening to you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down in the description box below for any comments that you would like to see me cover. I'm going to try to cover these topics in a tactful, respectful way, but I am going to put the truth out there. If it's the truth, you know, it is what it is, and there's no denying that. So I appreciate you watching, and God bless our troops. God bless America. Semper Fi.